pass. Wilco makes a run ahead of it. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Dabi's ass totally stranded.
Hello and welcome to Bergkamp Wonderland, the home of Valheim. You have to look that one out. I didn't know what I was going to say then. Yes, the home of Valheim. So I've had not enough sleep. And then I did get up after 6 hours. I watched it after 6 hours sleep. I wish I hadn't have bothered. With me this afternoon to have a bit of a moan, but we're still top, is the Deke. How you doing, Treacle?
I'm all right, mate. So Valheim's really good. It's a really good game. I haven't played it for a couple of years. Great game. I kind of want to get back into it and see what it's all about now. Really loved it when I first played it and stuff. But that's all I've got to say about that. So if we have to talk about football, then okay. But I'd rather talk about Valheim.
if things get bad, then maybe we will. So yeah. Well, the game obviously ended 1-1. I don't like to use the word obviously, but it is obvious because that's what happened. We look at the starting lineups. Was that exactly the same starting lineup as we had against Everton? Was that a mistake?
I was surprised to see White in the lineup after his few performances that he's had. I'm not annoyed about White starting. You know, I don't think anybody played especially very well. But no surprises. Martinelli maybe as well. I thought Trossard might have got the nod, but, you know, Arteta got that right again by, you know, doing what we did. But then maybe in hindsight, maybe we could have maybe started him and maybe we would have got that early doors. So who knows what to think. But overall, I didn't think there was any surprises with the team. We were coming up against a Brentford side that have been in form of late. They're a good team. They're a good team that can soak up a lot of pressure. Benmi's been playing very well. Raya in goal as well. He's one of the top keepers in the league at the moment. You know, there was no surprise that we were linked to him a few years ago before we made the move for Ramsdale. So, and we'll talk about Ramsdale as well later on. But yeah, no surprises.
You sent me was
I sent you. Yeah, like that brought back some memories of Flappy Ansky. But yeah, there's no surprises, but it's getting a little frustrating now. I know we've been blessed this season, and I say all the time about just enjoy it, but it's that was difficult to swallow. I don't mind if we lose because the other team plays very well, but we're not losing because of that. We're losing because we're not playing well enough. I
think we are we're going to be lucky because Newcastle drew at Bournemouth. Spurs got smashed by Leicester 4-1. Chelsea drew at West Ham.
There's loads of 1-1 games today. I've never seen such a passive for fantasy football. Like nobody's got more than like 26, 27 points in the world right now.
I've not even checked mine.
It's they've not put up a Leeds the highest point scorer. They've not put one up before. They normally always put someone up, and they're like fucking in their 80s already. But I've never seen such a passive opening day to a football weekend. Never. What a boring weekend of football. Apart from the Spurs passion, of course.
That's fantastic. How Spursy. But I didn't realise that I watched midweek Man United 2, Leeds 2, and then they're playing each other again tomorrow, Leeds, Man United. So I reckon Man United might struggle to get something from that, which would be an absolute delight. And then we've got the big game, Man City Villa. Well, we all know Emery will go there and bore the pants off them. So it could be a case of we've lost points, but then again, all of our rivals have lost points. So it could end up that it doesn't really matter that we didn't get the full points, but we'll come to that in a bit. Let's say hello to some of the people in the chat box, shall we? We've got a dodgy-looking gentleman called Deke.
That was me after the game. That was the raw emotion coming through.
And says, second awful game in a row. The rot has most definitely set in. Gooner Guy says, Martinelli needs a break from his bird. I don't think he's in prison, so I think maybe he's got a pigeon or something. Rudy says, first half was awful, second half okay, but no more. Evening all. Evening, Rudy. Daniel Mage says, hi, fellas. And he says, I was kind of expecting a banana peel today. Hope City game revs up our engines again. Am I the only one who finds it offensive, that stringy stuff on the side of bananas? I won't eat it. I peel it off. I
don't like it. I don't like it either. I peel it off,
and I don't eat the top of the banana or the bottom of the banana.
No, I don't. I'll eat the top, but I won't eat the bottom.
No, the bum. No banana bums here. And Rudy says, at home we need to win our games if we want to challenge for the title. Well, we've won all but 2 now, and those 2 we drew, Newcastle and today. Daniel May says XG had them as favourites, unsurprisingly. And Rudy says, first half, Danny, yes. Second half, we played better without them fully under control and not urging them enough. And then it's you saying hello. Michael says hello on Twitter, on YouTube. And he says hello on Twitch, which is lovely. Paul Nell, not Neil, is there. Oi, oi. We need to sign Ivan Toney. Yeah, I think
I really rate him. He's having a great season. He's got 14 goals in the Prem.
He's in trouble though, isn't he? With the law.
He's always in
betting. The betting.
He's always in trouble.
Richard is there over and over again. Podcast, very good podcast. Does lots of history stuff. I think you and him would get on. You're quite of the similar mindset. I won't go too much into that. Yeah, you should follow him on Twitter. You'll just.
Put my Twitter up. Put my Twitter up. There we go. Follow me.
Here you go, Richard.
I don't ever say that, but if Danny says that we get on, then follow me.
Yeah,
but don't follow me. No one else follow me.
Yes. Richard says, evening, guys. Poor today makes Wednesday crucial now. Rudy says, teams found us out, double our wingers, and we haven't got anything of pressure coming from midfield today. We saw that with Saka. We've been double teamed most of the game. It's really hard to deal with. Hanchumi says, I think teams have figured out how to play against us. We need new ideas and we need it quick. Mr.
The issue is, Danny, is if plan A doesn't work with Eddie and Nketiah, we've got no plan B. Do you know what I mean? And then all the reliance, if Eddie can't get in and Saka can't get in and Martinelli can't get in, we only have Trossard really to break up the monotony there. And that was shown evident today and he got the goal. But if Odegaard doesn't play well, we don't have anyone there. Fabio Vieira, too much has been put on that guy's shoulders, way too much. And it showed in the dying moments of the game. He's not ready. He's not ready. That's just stupid. But if Xhaka doesn't play well, because Xhaka's been very quiet the last few games. He's not been at his best. Partey's still doing the business and recycling beautifully. But Xhaka's not been that attacking number 8 that we never knew he could do. He's kind of gone quiet. I think it's all down the left-hand side. We've got the Xhaka situation and the Martinelli situation. Zinchenko's been off the boil as well today. I thought he, considering his gusto and how much emotion he's got, I thought this was going to be a game where he's going to come and do the business, take the game by the scruff of the neck and get involved. But I thought he struggled again today as well. I don't know what's going on, but if every team has a bad patch, and if this is our bad patch and this is the worst it gets, then fine. I think that's a really good point. Whoever said it earlier on, saying hopefully Man City gets our engines going again. I thought that's a good point. So let's hope and pray that that's the situation.
It seems to be a lot of teams are in that situation now where things aren't going as you would expect. You would never expect Leicester to smash Spurs 4-1 or these teams being down the bottom. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on. But at the moment, out of form. Ramsdale's kind of out of form. Ben White is out of form. Xhaka's been quiet. Martinelli can't score for love nor money. Eddie has completely done absolutely nothing for 3 games.
We miss Gabriel Jesus badly. We miss him badly, especially when we're coming up against. Especially when we're coming up against a team that sits as deep as Brentford did today. They defended wonderfully, but we need someone like Gabriel Jesus that can do that piece of magic there in there. 65 points bench boost. It's not showing up for me. That's still quite low with bench boost as well. I think that's still quite low. I'm 26. I'm 26. Oh yeah, it's just come up. 65 with bench boost, and that's all his players bar 1. So all his players bar one because he got the extra game of Odegaard. So that's basically the maximum that guy can get now, pretty
That
much.
sums it all up. Unless you've got a
That's
load of Leicester
really
players,
bad weekend, man. Bad
you're
weekend.
doing nothing. Patrick
Yeah.
Carlson says hello. Procrastinating Womble says moo. I don't think Wombles make that noise. Anne says title is gone. If we're being honest, surely we just don't have the squad depth or the money to spend on a huge bench. Title isn't gone, and come on, mate.
I think that's let's take a breath here, guys. You still remember that we are still 5 points at the top of the table, guys. Like, you need to just take a breath.
After we've played Man City once, then we're gonna have a better idea of where we stand with it all.
Yes. Who knows? We could win that, and we go 9 points top.
Could do. Mr. Waffle says the sky is falling. Phil has turned up. Evening, ladies. We can't win them all, but we will beat City. You've been on the crack pipe again. If we can't beat, Anne says, if we can't beat determined Brentford are a bloody good team, though. They are very good.
They're playing very well at the moment.
Side.
They're playing really, really well at the moment. I'm frustrated, but I'm not surprised. It can happen. It can happen.
He also says we have little or no chance against a top-performing City.
But they'll play out. Brentford sat.
Brentford, like Everton, every time we attacked, 5 players in defence, because they played 3 centre-backs and 2 full-backs that were roaming. And then the moment we attacked, because we get the ball, and we might as well talk about this, when it comes to us attacking, they dropped into an instant back 5 with 4 players in midfield and Tony ahead of them instantly. We didn't get a chance and then Arteta should have seen what to do. When they attacked, they counter-attacked like we were famous for in the early Arteta days. We beat everybody on the counter-attack. But when we get the ball, it was ticky-tacky, slowly passy, slowly catchy monkey. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, you can see what you have to do. You have to get Martinelli and Saka, 2 of the fastest players in the league, to do the long ball counter-attack and just get down there and get it done. And then time. At one point in the first half, we had 73% possession. And we were doing absolutely nothing with it. Going it wide, back to Partey. Going it left, back to Partey. Going it right, giving it to Odegaard, making a run down the right, giving it back. After half an hour, I thought, well, we're not going to score in this game because Arteta isn't changing the tactics. Every time we go down the wing, Martinelli and Saka have got 2 players on them because they had 3 centre-backs and the 2 full-backs. What did you think about that? Because it was beginning to wind me up.
Yeah, I agree. The moment we got into the final third in Brentford's half, we instantly just started to slow down. And we didn't use the momentum to be able to create a pass and an opportunity for ourselves. We just completely slowed and killed the game. I will say, because of Saka's honesty with the challenge that was made into his back, if he went down with the first piece of touch, I think it would have been a penalty. But because he was honest, it's not a penalty because he made the opportunity and still managed to sort of toe an effort towards the keeper. So when people go, "Oh, why are players doing this?" This is exactly why. If you don't go down, referee doesn't give it because they think everything's all good and there was no contact. So that was frustrating. But yeah, final third, slowed the ball down. I did find, however, I was getting annoyed as well about the fans. I've been saying all season that, the fans have been we've all been so unified. This is the first game I've heard at the Emirates where I really struggled to hear the Arsenal fans in the first sort of 20 minutes, especially when we had poor passages of play. Brentford could have been 2-0 up at half-time. And the Arsenal fans were just nowhere to be seen. There was no Ashburton boys or whatever saying anything. I don't know what was going on. Just the slowing down drove me absolutely nuts and horrible first half.
But looking at it, what could Arteta have done differently? Try to attack down both wings at the same time? Because they couldn't give up 4 players to try and cover our 2 wingers, could they? Because you ain't got enough players.
Yeah, see, the thing is, obviously, he plays with inverted wing backs. Sometimes there's a time where you need to do the overlap as opposed to the underlap. You need to chop and change it up a little bit. I think Arteta's hands are a little bit tied because of his striker situation. I think that if a signing was made with like a Mudryk or a João Felix or whatever, then that would have been an opportunity of maybe Martinelli playing up top or João Felix playing up top. He got a goal today for Chelsea, as much as we're enjoying their demise and everything like that. But he managed to get himself on the score sheet today. So as much as I'm not disappointed and I like Trossard, and it was a great goal today, the technique on the finish was just sublime, absolutely sublime. But I feel like Arteta's hands are a little bit tied when it comes to being able to attack from the front. And as proven, I think we're getting found out a little bit now. So we need to be able to have the adaptability to change it up. He's very much got those Wenger ways where it's plan A or plan A or plan A. And that's kind of it. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe it's just a blip like most teams get, or if all teams, that get. And hopefully we can push on and beat City. But it was a very, very poor first half. So you didn't miss anything. So don't worry. It was dreadful. As I said, I made a note about the Saka penalty and the honesty there. But other than that, I just moaned about the fans and how plastic they were and how we were playing so bad and how we slowed down the passage of play in the final third. That was it, really. That's all I've got to say.
Do you remember maybe just before the World Cup or just after the World Cup, Ramsdale took a goal kick and he went, oh, and it looked like he'd done his hip or there was something that he'd strained.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he hasn't done those long balls downfield to an on-running
Maybe
winger.
He's nursing an injury.
From straight away today, we got the ball. It went back to the goalkeeper. He picked the ball up, put it down on to take a goal kick, and then one of our defenders came in and took it right in the first 3 minutes of the game. And then the defender took it, kicked it out to, I think maybe Zinchenko came and got it, I think it was Zinchenko. He come and got it, and immediately they were on us. And it was like, oh, this wasn't planned, because normally if he's going to do that, he'll kick it out to either one of the two the fullbacks, and they'll take it and then they'll distribute it around. Anybody else notice that Ramsdale's distribution has been non-existent? He's either throwing it out or letting the other defenders take the kicks, which is kind of worrying, because a couple of times now I think about it, he has gone down with that injury, and maybe Arteta has said to him, I don't want you taking those goal kicks and those really long ones, because the amount of strain that must put on parts of your body, and if you are carrying an injury, I mean, like we've talked about let's talk about our goal first. If anybody's got any things about that, go on. No, I said arm in my head. I'm just looking at people's comments.
We mimicked exactly. We said the same thing, both of us, on both things. We're like, go on. Like that as well. It was very funny. Anyway, lovely passage of play on the right-hand side. Odegaard playing a very beautiful ball to Saka, who beat his man and put it in with his weak foot perfectly across the goal. And Trossard, who'd come on for Martinelli, I don't know when it was, like the 67th minute or something like that. When was the goal? I can't remember. I think it was like 66, 67th minute.
Yeah, 66.
66. Okay, cool. So, really his first little passage, one of his maybe second passage of play. But the technique from Trossard to put that into the back of the net was absolutely incredible. It's bouncing up, and he managed to put his body over it and put it off against his leg. It was incredible technique. Great finish from him. It's good to see that he has opened his account so early on in his Arsenal career. It's going to be contributing towards the cause to win the title. So that's really good. All the players love, they're all jumping around. So he's obviously fitting in really well there with the ethos that the club is pushing. So I'm very happy there. Martinelli must be like, fuck. It'll be very interesting to see what happens at City if Trossard gets the nod now ahead of Martinelli. Maybe that's what's needed. Maybe Martinelli needs just to come off the bench to get himself warm again, because Emile Smith-Rowe did that many, many times last season. So maybe we can see a second half of the season resurgence of those substitute appearances from Martinelli. We'll see what happens, I guess.
He's got a face like a goblin.
Who? Trossard?
Yeah, I quite like it. I mean, no problem with it. But,
he's got that. He's got the hair. It kind of reminds me of Rogue from X-Men, the white streak.
He's got that Robbie Williams about him as well.
He's got that white tip at the front.
Yeah,
Martinelli can. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you're right about getting that ball on target and scoring, because we have seen so much of Xhaka and Partey, Zinchenko, same old shit.
What
that
is
he
going
always
on
does.
there? He's all of a sudden shooting
Constantly
all
giving
the
ball
time.
away. Gives the ball away all the time. Has shot. I mean, he had
What's
one that
going
was
on?
a decent one that was on target, but the rest of them, they just keep going over. I'm not angry with the side. I'm not even thinking we're not going to win the title. So I still think we're going to do it. It's just every now and then you have a bit of a blip, and then you have to go right. You have to maybe have to move a few things around, come at this from a different direction. Like some of you have said in the chat, that it looks like that they figured out how we play football and what we do, and they realised that. I think Everton showed that you just pack the midfield, pack the defence every time we attack, and then go rough on us, and then there's nothing we can do. I mean, how many times today did Saka go down hurt? 2 or 3 times, and one of them he was hobbling on his ankle, and you're thinking, yeah, but yet their players go down when they weren't even bloody touched, and time gets stopped. Let's have a look and see what the people are saying in the chat. Rudy says, what could Arteta have done differently? Martinelli for Trossard and Ben White for Tomiyasu. I mean, that's something which he did with Tomiyasu. Brought him on quite early against Everton, didn't he, for a substitute?
It's not enough, though, is it?
Boy 10 says, wouldn't mind Trossard being given a game or two as a striker, or Martinelli. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't done that already. What do you think, to just constantly playing Eddie up front when it's Eddie is... I know he scored a few goals, but he is so uninvolved in everything that we do. He just looks lost so much of the time. But when you're playing against 5 defenders, you are going to look lost. But would you want to see... I know who you want to see up front. It's not going to happen.
I think it all depends on the City game that's coming up on Wednesday. If Trossard starts, as I think 99.9% of Arsenal fans think will happen, then that leaves the opportunity of Martinelli coming out on top as a substitute late on, maybe for Eddie Nketiah in this City game, or even starting him. I don't know, but I can see it. I can see Eddie starting, maybe Trossard playing, and Martinelli coming off the bench to take from Trossard already, depending on who's playing worse. So we'll see. I think we'll maybe see it on Wednesday. I think we'll see a variation of one of those above.
Boy 10 says, manager not adventurous enough in exploring his rotation options. It's going to bite us. Either players get jaded, which we saw from Lokonga, where when he came on, he was so far out of match fitness, it was mad. Get jaded or fatigued, freshen it up, help them realise why they like playing with each other. And yet again, he only used 2 subs, which is thought is odd.
I didn't like the Fabio Vieira substitution. I don't get it. I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. No. It's a project player. It was a big punt on a project player. We've all seen Trouble with the Curve, great baseball film with Clint Eastwood and Justin Timberlake. But that I digress.
I've not seen that.
It's a great film. He's a baseball scout, and they use their opening pick on a project player, and Clint Eastwood, the scout, says, no, you shouldn't be doing that, and he was proved to be correct because he had a Trouble with the Curve. Great film. If you like Moneyball, Trouble with the Curve, you'll love it, and I love Moneyball. But yeah, Fabio Vieira, he's a project player. I think there was 2.
Adams. Oh.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is as well. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think too much is being put on him. I think we're really missing Gabriel Jesus really badly. I think there wouldn't be as many problems. I think we would go undefeated if we had Gabriel Jesus in the side, apart from the Man United, obviously. But after that, I think we would just win all our games and there wouldn't be any issues. I think we'd be a different team, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I don't know.
We have someone, Air Canada Express. Our mate Jeff lives in Canada, Vancouver Island. You might know him. Hi, do you react to YouTube videos? I mean, as in we play a video and go, oh my God, I don't believe that. No, because
we don't do reacts. We don't do reacts. We just do live, raw emotion of our feelings about 11 guys running around in little shorts.
Yeah. Apart from on a Sunday night, me and the American talk nonsense for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, there's that as well, the Sunday roast.
But it's nice to see you. Air Canada Express, are you a postage people? Do you own airplanes? I was just listening to the financial pod with Kieran Maguire, and there was a Nigerian bloke who said that he owns an airways, and he's worth an airline. He's worth $1 billion, and he's tried to buy maybe Charlton, I think it is. And so they went to company's house and found out that his company is worth $1 billion. They got £1 billion worth of shares, but they've all been. He's the one who owns all the shares, and he's not paid for any of them. And the address that he uses is fake. And on his Instagram, it's a picture of an airplane with his airline painted over, his air name edited over it in Photoshop. And so he's not a billionaire. He's got absolutely no money. He's tried, and he's already been to the club, met all the players, had the photos taken, and it turns out he's got no money. That's hilarious.
Sounds like Catch Me If You Can.
Boy 10 says, on more positive news, I've been watching that Ethan Nwari lad, highlight reel. He looks too good for the under-21s. Think we should give him a start against Villa or the Everton match. Or the Everton rematch. No, we can't do that.
No, I don't know about that.
No.
He's a good prospect player, but yeah,
he's 15.
He's
was it?
Is it? What was the other one? Who got the 85 shirt in the first team now? Is it Cozy? Is it Cozy?
It was Cozy Dewberry. He was on the bench today.
Yeah. There you go. He's got the 85 shirt. I'm pretty sure. So I think he's already been promoted to the first team.
They're also talking about they told us the other day about the Spurs and the South Africa sponsorship. That was also in the podcast, and they're explaining why it's the South African people are going, we don't have electricity. Well, what the hell are you doing sponsoring a club? Whatever degree it was. Marscana says, Jeff lives down the road from me. He's a lovely, lovely man. Womble. So are you saying Arsenal fans need Jesus in their lives? I am off to support Spurs. Yeah, both of us are atheists. I'm an agnostic atheist. Even if you prove me there's a God, I ain't going to believe it. Are you an atheist?
No, I'm not an atheist. I am.
Here we go. This will be good. Spaghetti monster.
No, what's the one where you believe in something, but you don't know what it is?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it is now. It's the one where you believe in something, but you can't quite define it.
Oh, yeah, there could well be something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my one. If somebody knows in the chat what that is, it's not agnostic. It's not atheist, where you don't believe in anything. It's the one that you believe in something, but you don't know what it is.
I don't believe you went to the moon, and I've never even been to the moon, so I wouldn't even know. But there you go. That's conspiracies for you. Right. So Phil says the title race starts with 10 games left. Till then, it's about keeping up with the Joneses. We are ahead of the Joneses. Simple. That's Phil's one and only decent message during the entire show. People enjoy that because it's downhill from here. A confused Womble. Jesus will be back soon. Yeah, I think they're saying he's going to be back soon. People are expecting him to be back sooner than he actually will be back. So that's a bit concerning because there's a lot of pressure on the boy. And Boy 10 says the power is off right now. Got batteries to keep the internet, TV, and PC on. Yet we're gonna fix cash for the Spuds somehow. Bloody hell. So yeah, let's move on a little bit to their goal, which was an absolute clusterfuck of a goal. I'm gonna go and get that picture that you sent me.
Yes,
save that there. So talk us through the build up to the goal and what happened, because I can't believe that it happened. I mean, I can believe.
I can't remember the passage of play that came up to it. Was it a corner?
But it was always offside, wasn't it? It was
offside. Yeah, it was offside. It was a free kick. It was a free kick, which I was annoyed about in the first place. It was a free kick. The ball was put in and then put across a goal, and then it was played back across goal again. And then Ivan Toney was there to nod it in. Yeah, that's the picture I sent you that everybody's posting around on social media and having a real good laugh about. I don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on here.
When it comes to Ramsdale's a great prospect as a goalkeeper, but he's only 23 years old. He has got so much to learn, and he's going to be here for a long time. And I don't want to drop him, I mean,
No, I'm not
Turner's
saying
good.
drop him. I'm just saying
No.
what the fuck is going on there.
But his punching has been a little bit dodgy of recent. He's coming out and doing that has been a bit dodgy. He likes to come out the area. I mean, like you said at the beginning of the show, a touch of the Flappy-Anskis about him. But he's a young man and he's learning his trade. But I thought twice today that they were offside. First of all, when they took the free kick. It might have been when they took the free kick, and definitely when they did that one, there was somebody interfering with play. I can't remember it all now, but it was. You look at that, and then they were saying after the game on Radio 5 that it could well be that it was offside. They already had one of the games earlier today where they had a massive decision that VAR completely got wrong, and the bloke running the VAR was the bloke who's the head of the VAR at the FA. So yet again, it's going to be match of the day. Pointing out all the VAR errors, but when it comes to our one, pretending nothing happened, because that's what Match of the Day do, because they are scumbags, and I wouldn't watch it if you paid me, because it's full of dickheads. So
I can't watch Match of the Day. I haven't watched Match of the Day in years. I've got no interest in watching Match of the Day anymore. I think it's become less relevant now with the introduction of social media and sort of reacting videos and just general people just uploading stuff on Twitter and stuff. You know, the fact that you can't rewatch any content from Match of the Day as well. It's like it's on in the evening and early morning on a Sunday, and that's it. You can only watch it live, and that's it. So I'd like to see the viewing figures on the Match of the Day.
Patrick Carlson says both managers said it was offside. Huh. There you go. David says,
I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's so boring.
Ramsdale flapping away. I actually laughed. Keysby Knight says Fapsdale.
Yeah.
Waffles. All keepers have the occasional howler. They do.
It's not a loss, guys. At the end of the day, we're 6 points top.
Yes. And hopefully Villa will do us a favour tomorrow. Big wing on that fella. What's his wingspan? Was Richard Keys on VAR, says Dean.
Probably.
He probably was. Patrick, would VAR let it stand if it was Brentford had not done the T-shirt celebration? Who was that for?
Some guy called Sergey. I don't know that they didn't explain anything about it. I don't follow Brentford very, very closely, so I don't know anything about it. He's left in January or something. I don't know.
Yeah, whoever it was a player that has left the club now. I don't know if it was someone who was who's been ill, but it is a little bit weird.
I don't know.
I'm just looking at what was his first name? Sergey. Well, no, there's no one called Sergey who has been sold. Loans out?
Maybe it's staff. I don't know. If anyone knows, let us know. Not that we really care.
No, but just curious.
Poor goal. Ivan Toney, 14 goals this season. He's doing very, very well. He went on loan and his mum died. Oh, okay. Fair.
Oh, went on loan. Loans out. Sergey. Nope, there isn't anybody on loan. Maybe it must have been a youth player then.
Yeah.
They have got about 30 players out on loan. Oh, that's sad. His mum passed away. Loki says, we're just making the league interesting. I've seen it all before. Keep calm, people. Yeah, I'm not overly worried.
I prefer to go down that way, yeah.
There's YouTube shows that are better than Match of the Day, or just wait for the bad man on YouTube to lift it. Who's the bad man?
Just someone pirating it.
I'll just go and get it anyway. Are we bottling it again? Danny says FUT. No, we're not bottling it. Everybody is going through a weird phase at the moment. The entire country, everybody is. My mum came around the other day. She just sat there and said, I'm so tired. And then Sean's mum was here and she went, I'm knackered as well. And I've been feeling tired. There's just a thing going round in the UK at the moment. Everyone is slightly on edge. There's a lot of shit going on in the world and in the UK, and I think it's affecting people. People are just so unbelievably tired. And I think
everyone's getting fatigue.
It is. We need sunny weather. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's tilt the planet a little bit, and we can put us where Florida is. Imagine that. England sunny all year round. Oh, wonderful. Ooh. Mars Gunner said he went out on loan. Oh yeah, you just read that. Keysby Knight. Uncle Unai does us a favour tomorrow, and we might not boo him on his Emirates return. Do you think he'll get a booed when he comes back to the Emirates?
I don't think Emile will get a boo when he comes to the Emirates.
I'd like to see him get a warm welcome.
I don't see that being a thing.
Yeah. It was about his mum. Frank mentioned it in the PK press conference, maybe. Sergey Canos. There you go. A general malaise, says Loki. I think that's it. There certainly is. Cherobi, I've got your 2 questions for later. Cherobi says, a piece of the sun fell off it. That's
did you hear about that? There was apparently the north tip of the sun, a big piece broke off.
Yeah, top.
That's why everyone's feeling a bit off.
Yeah, it doesn't look very big, but when you compare how big the sun is to the Earth, that is probably about 3 times the size of the Earth or something. I don't know the numbers. Boy says, existential fatigue. What with the wonderful mix of geopolitics we have been served up, I'm actually befuddled that World War III hasn't formally started yet. No, but
give it time. Give it time.
All Halliburton and that lot have all got those lovely contracts, haven't they? Oh, let's destroy it all and give all the contracts to all the people. Yeah, let's do that, you fucks. Danny not being a conspiracy theorist, but chemtrails making us tired. Not me, I don't go outside. I've not been outside since November.
I don't call it conspiracy theories. I call it critical thinking, especially after the last few years. I think we've got a lot right. And we've been having chemtrails for years. But anyway, I want to go there. Let's not go there.
The Chinese are doing it to sort the weather out, aren't they? They do it on purpose. Waffles says you can call it conspiracy theory, but this is how I fell all through the 80s. Yeah, you're probably stoned though. I've seen you. You're a bloody hippie. You're a guitar building hippie. Loki says Trossard did a bit of a panda raccoon with them eyes. Yeah, it did.
It's his celebration for his daughter. He does it with the binoculars. He asked his daughter what celebration he should do, and she went like that. So he does that for his daughter.
We've got a couple of questions. Both from Cherobi, friend of mine.
I noticed that.
Who gave Trossard the black eye?
I noticed that as well. He had like a black mark underneath his eye. I don't know.
I have no idea. And was Norgard not offside for their goal? Yes, I think.
Yes. It was offside. Yes.
That's a yes for both of those.
Arteta was so open about it as well after the game. He was like, yeah, it was offside. He's going to get fined 100%.
Yeah, what else is there to talk about when it comes to the game? We've been talking for 37 minutes.
I just
you still believe it's on the league?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
No,
I'm not worried. It's still early doors. I'm not worried. It's fine. Nothing really. I just said that we haven't turned up. The extra time was a load of crap. Only 5 minutes again. That was a pile of shit. And then once again, the moment Fabio Vieira came on, there was a few moments where even Odegaard was getting frustrated with him because he was playing out of. There was moments where he wasn't linking up cohesively and he was just making errors. And then he was given that free kick in the dying moments of the game and just put it into Raya's hands. I went, why is Fabio Vieira taking the free kick when we've got Martin Odegaard on the field? What's going on here? Why are we relying on Fabio Vieira to be our final chance? Yeah, okay, he scored against Brentford the last time we played him, but I don't give a fuck. That's Odegaard. Fabio Vieira's using his left peg. Odegaard's left peg is pretty much what his bread and butter. I don't know why we're putting so much relevance on Fabio Vieira right now. I don't know what's going on. I would have even preferred to see maybe Jorginho come on instead of for Xhaka instead
of isn't he?
Like, I don't get it. Why we put so much pressure on Fabio Vieira.
But Gabriel was at the far, ready to make that run to the far post and header it in.
Awful free kick.
We do a lot of that. We do a lot of wasted corners and free kicks. And
well, we're trying because we're speeding up. Well, I understand if we're doing short corners, if we're having a good day of being able to play quite quickly around the back. But we were fucking dog shit all game with being quick when it comes to final third. So I don't know what was going on.
Anyway, people, I think we've moaned enough about that. Just put in the chat, people, if you think we can still win the league, just put yes or no, and and then we can look back at this in years to come and go, there are the deniers. Let's
I think at the end of the day, guys, we drew against a team that's in form, who's definitely churned out some great results against top teams in the league this year, with a very informed strike partnership with Mbueno and Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney's in my fantasy football league team for a reason. He's got 14 goals. He's prevalent when it comes to being in the box, and his penalty conversion rate is perfect. They've got a very one. I think he's only ever missed one penalty in his entire career of football, like professional career. The guy is fantastic. So, guys, we're still 6 points top of the table. City have got Aston Villa tomorrow. Who knows what happens? We all see that Man City aren't the same team they were before Haaland joined them. And there's a reason why Pep Guardiola didn't want him, because he doesn't play with the conventional striker, and that's what Haaland is. So City are having another transitional season, kind of similar to when Pep Guardiola first joined City, playing out from the back and really introducing that. Second season they pushed on, and that's probably what we'll see again from City next season. I think we've still got an opportunity to win the league here, so let's not get down and out right now. Let's try and keep pushing and look forward to the game on Wednesday.
Yes, indeed. That is. Are you free for the post-game show?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Right, people. That's all we've got. I've only had a banana and half a bottle of water today. So 250 ml of water, because I've got to that age where you constantly need a wee. And I have to keep getting up every 4 or 5 hours, and I don't want to get out of my warm bed to have a wee. It's unacceptable. And I might order some takeout, because I can't be bothered to go and cook. Cooked last night though. Yes.
Oh, what do you cook?
Bannisters do these things. A box of their potatoes about as big as your fist, but they're cut in half, and they got cheese on them. And I like the jalapeno ones, but Tesco
loaded skins.
No, they're full jacket potatoes, but they're cut in half.
Right.
Yeah, just look bannisters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
They're frozen.
Okay.
You get 4 in a box.
Yeah.
4 of those. I had 8 fish fingers and
random food ever.
Chicken there. What is it? Bird's Eye do these chip shop chicken, I think it's called. It's actually a proper whole piece of chicken. It's breaded.
Oh, I've seen that. I didn't like it.
But it's not reformed chicken. It's lovely. So I've got that. So I ate half of all that food. So I've still got the other half in the fridge.
But you're going to get takeaway anyway.
Yeah, I might do, because I'm rich.
Why not?
And,
get involved.
Yeah, might as well. No one need to take it off me. And if I get ring Shazzy, he'll get whoever it is to just open the front door and come in. Well, I'll press the button and it opens the door, and then they'll bring me food. So that'll be lovely. A few more stuff in the chat. Phil Macker says, I'm flicking between this, the Brits, big up the Lizard. God, someone says,
I hate that person with a vengeance.
It's like that Smith person. They just both need to get stuck down an Augustus Gloop tube.
Oh,
hate them. Let's beat City. Procrastinating Womble. Fun show, thank you. No, thank you for turning up, Womble. You've been a star. Patrick Colson says City game will be another boring friendly.
I didn't find the game boring. I liked it. It was like a really intense chess match. I really liked the City and Arsenal. I think I'm going to enjoy this at the game again on Wednesday.
Mr. Waffle says big love. David, Wednesday pre-game preview show. Do you want to do it? Because it's a 7:45 kickoff, and so we can do it at about 2 hours before that. So let me know if you can do it, because God knows you're never going to reply to any messages. Anne says, thanks guys, great show. Alex says, I can't stand Harry Styles.
Agreed.
Seen that film that he does. He's an absolute plank. Dog shit actor.
No, I don't want to see it. No, thanks.
David has besmirched my good name. Plain. Danny doesn't do spices or herbs. I do jalapeno. I like hot
but have
stuff.
you what like spices and herbs do you use often, and how often?
I scrape them off. But he's implying I don't like I like it plain. I like lots of jalapeno and chilies and all that kind of stuff.
They're not herbs and spices. That's just veg, hot veg.
Oh, if I wanted my food to have that stuff. I'll just go and get my food, drop it on the garden, and it'll pick up all the shitty leaves and crumbly stuff that's all over the floor and badger shit. I don't want any of that lot. Alex says he'll look out for the chicken. Yes, chess match are good too. David's working. Bite me.
I will.
Arnie,
Sorry.
Arnie
I was
says,
just reading his thing.
City lost 2-1 to Brentford, draw against Everton, and so we can cancel our 2 games. Good point, Arnie. Yes. Alex says, here's a prize bellend, guys. Yeah.
Agreed.
And David says, ha ha. Right, we're going to go because we're going to, like Mr. Waffles, we could waffle on all day and there's no need for that, is there? Because I'm going to go and order some takeout and I'm going to go and get ankle deep in Valheim because I want all my tools back.
Are you going to be up till stupid o'clock in the morning again playing it?
Well, I'm tired at the moment. And so I usually go to bed at go in my bedroom about 3 a.m., watch telly till about 6 or 7, then turn my telly off and then go to sleep and then wake up the next day about 5 or 6 because there's no one here to tell me not to do it.
Oh, no, fair enough. I couldn't do it.
In the summer, when the weather's nice, I used to get up about midday.
Breaking it up. I like it.
Loki says, thumbs up, peeps. Thumbs up.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't thumbed up the video, I would appreciate it. Post and current viewership.
That's it. That'd be lovely. Right, Deke, thank you very much. You've been a delight as always.
Yes, I will see you on the Wednesday after the game against City, who will beat 3-1. 3-1. Trossard hat-trick.
And in the words of Steve.
Splendid business.
Thank you very much, Steve. And we will see you later. Here is the outro. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, goodbye.
As soon as I scored that goal, I was fucking livid. Get down, dog. Splendid business.
He nearly caught the bloody thing. What are you talking about?
So I was just eating a full quiche. Well, you don't often see them at Ibs, so when you see them in the supermarket, they need to be swagged, microwaved immediately, and get the brown sauce on and bosh, Bob's your uncle. Never